And at night, it's a perfect spooky murder mystery. It's Perry Mason.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. on MeTV 19.1.
Watch my reports from Delta County only on 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, as the year comes to a close, our conversation with Michigan's Lieutenant Governor about what the Whitmer administration sees as the highlights of 2023 and what they hope to focus on next year. Plus, as the war between Israel and Hamas continues, why the World Health Organization is calling the situation in Gaza catastrophic. We're live in Washington with the latest. And the Christmas traditions at a family-owned tree lot in Iron Mountain. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Ariane, we had a mix of drizzle and flurries today, depending on where you live. Is that going to keep up tonight?
Yeah, that should keep up tonight. Now, we haven't seen any accumulation. I don't see any happening this evening, especially as we've got those warm temperatures continuing. Taking a look the past couple of hours there, yeah, we've had some drizzle, and it's so fine. It's not showing up super well. But tonight, again, like I mentioned, those temperatures pretty warm. Check it out. Our lows around 11 p.m., 33, 32. We'll talk about that, as well as what you can expect for your holiday travel and what's ahead with our regional outlooks.
Thank you very much, Ariane. As the year comes to a close, Michigan's administration is looking back on the work that's been done so far in the second term of the Whitmer-Gilchrist administration. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy sat down for an interview with Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist to talk about what they've accomplished this year and what he hopes to tackle when the legislature resumes in January.
The people's business in the state of Michigan has been getting done at a record pace, and that is certainly true for the work we've done to create prosperity and opportunity in the Upper Peninsula.
Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist says he's proud of the productive year in Michigan's legislature. A priority this year for the administration has been to lower costs for Michigan families. The lieutenant governor says that as programs rolled out during the pandemic start to expire, like the pause on redetermination of Medicaid eligibility, they're prioritizing creating a wide array of ways to connect people to care, insurance, and providers.
We're going to make sure as many people as possible can take advantage of that so that as this redetermination process continues to work, Michiganders will not fall through the cracks and they'll have access to the care they need to be healthy.
2023 was a busy legislative year. Laws have been passed to secure aspects of the Affordable Care Act, expand reproductive health care, and create more restrictions when it comes to firearm access. Just this fall, energy legislation was passed that received widespread criticism from both Republicans and Democrats.
I think people in the UP understand perhaps even more fiercely than others in Michigan how urgent and important it is that we protect and be good stewards of our natural resources.
Gilchrist says he's confident the UP will play a role in filling jobs and advancing the state into its clean energy future.
We're looking forward to continuing to engage in conversation at the local and state level about how to make this clean energy transition in the best way, in the most Michigan way, and I think we'll be able to do it successfully.
Gilchrist says that with the investments in the Office of Rural Prosperity and projects like the Billerud Mill in Escanaba, they hope to continue their work to attract more people to stay, work, and live in the UP. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
As the war with Israel and Hamas continues in Gaza, the World Health Organization says Gaza is facing catastrophic levels of food insecurity. U.S. officials say they're doing everything they can to help provide relief to innocent people impacted by the conflict. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp has the latest on this. Rachel, good evening.
Good evening, Sarah. So the WHO is describing this as catastrophic. They say in Gaza there is a lack of access to things like restrooms, showers, shelters, food, clean water, which all just jeopardizes the health and survival of the nearly 2 million people who have been displaced because of this war. Now, the WHO also says an unprecedented 93% of the population in Gaza is facing crisis levels of hunger with insufficient food and high levels of malnutrition. And that's not all. Out of the nearly 2.2 million people who live in Gaza, about 1.9 million have been displaced from their homes. About 1.4 million of those are staying in overcrowded shelters. They estimate in Gaza today, on average, there's only one shower for every 4,500 people and only one toilet for every 220 people. The WHO says the people of Gaza now face death from starvation and diseases that could easily be treated with a functioning health system, but access to health services in Gaza has plummeted as the war continues. Today, the spokesperson for the National Security Council says nearly 200 trucks with humanitarian aid have recently made it into Gaza, but complications like truck inspections have held up some of the relief getting to the people who need it the most.
Nobody can look at the images coming out of Gaza and not feel not feel a sense of pain and anguish for so many innocent people that have been displaced from their homes, families killed, many wounded, a lot of fear and uncertainty. We feel that anguish too every single day, and that's why we have worked. We're leading the world in terms of getting humanitarian assistance into Gaza.
So while U.S. officials say that they are working on that humanitarian aid to those people who need it in Gaza, they say also their efforts are to help Israel to make sure that Israel can protect themselves from another attack from Hamas, and they really don't want to see another October 7th attack on Israel like what we saw again on October 7th. But as we are seeing this humanitarian crisis develop in Gaza, more calls from some congressional members are being made to Israel to ask Israel to have to really transition to more lower intensity military operations. The U.S. officials say that this is something that they really didn't go into too much detail on, but they say that they do believe Israel will transition to military operations like that. Sarah, back to you.
All right, Rachel, thank you very much. Around the UP, a tree lot in Iron Mountain has become a family tradition for some. The Newens Tree Lot is a 30-plus year, third-generation business just off of Stevenson Avenue. Some families travel from as far away as Chicago to get their tree or to choose between around 20 different styles of wreaths. The owner makes all her own bows, and she says this year she's customized at least 400 of them so far. A local family picking out their tree today said they're looking forward to decorating it as a family.
Coming this week.
We have, well, our 4 children will be home with their spouses and all the grandchildren, just 5 of those, and we'll have 6 dogs. We drove by one day and thought, look at those beautiful trees. And so we thought we'd stop, and we've been coming for jeepers 10, 12 years.
10, 12, 15 years.
Like that.
We'll hear more about what happens with the leftover trees tonight at 11:10 Central. A Marquette County restaurant is bringing back a Christmas time favorite, even if there isn't much snow for it. The Up North Lodge in Gwinn is offering sleigh rides up until the end of March. Since December 1st, the lodge will have already hit around 100 sleigh rides. Residents can enjoy a 2-horse sleigh ride for up to 45 minutes around 80 acres of forest and hills.
Actually going to do them all winter long. We do them into March. Right now over the holiday period though, we do them every day because a lot of people have family and friends in for the holidays, and we just want everybody to be able to share this with us.
Coming up Friday night on your 19 News, we'll get a closer look at the horses that pull the sleigh and hear from residents who make it part of their winter traditions. Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus how the Mariucci Family Beacon House in Marquette is ensuring those staying in the hospital through the holidays can still celebrate Christmas. And later, historic wildfires, a war intensifying in the Middle East, and high-profile court cases. A look back at 2023 around the world. We're back.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
Would you like to save money on your healthcare costs? Do you receive Medicare? If so, there is a free program provided by UPCAP, Superior Alliance for Independent Living, and the Upper Peninsula Aging and Disability Resource Center that may be able to help. They are simply here to guide you through the Medicare process and to help you get the Medicare benefits you are entitled to receive. Their trained professionals are ready to help you save money on health care. If you have Medicare, simply dial 211 for assistance.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
This is home for CBS. WZMQ 19.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Happy winter solstice, although it officially gets underway at 10:27 p.m., but why not celebrate early? All right, let's take a look at what we saw today at the National Weather Service with a high of 31 degrees, 26 the reported low, not breaking any records. I'll take it. Our temperatures, though, are still in that 30-degree range this evening and will likely possibly stay there overnight, maybe dropping down into the upper 20s, and then winds primarily coming out of the southeast. That's going to be the story for the next couple of days into Saturday, hence these warmer temperatures. We've got drizzle expected this evening, but most of it continuing or picking up the pace tomorrow morning. We could see some sprinkles too, and then those lows still around 25, 35 degrees for tomorrow night. So a little bit of drizzle and snow flurries across the UP, although it looks fairly clear at the moment, but you know what it looks like on your windshield wiper there. All right, so clouds continuing to cover the UP into tomorrow. We could see some freezing precipitation drizzle in the morning, so just a heads up there, Iron County as well as Houghton County possibility, and even down here just west there of Gwynn, that could be a problem, as well as over in Luce County, just northeast there of Newberry, heading over to Canada, and then another chance of freezing drizzle maybe in the evening, but mostly those rain showers just sprinkling down. And again, no accumulation expected, and unfortunately not seeing a whole lot of snow in the forecast. I know that's what it looks like behind this image, but for your holiday travel, again, with that precipitation that could be freezing on Friday, especially Saturday morning too, you know, you might want to hold off if you can until Sunday, when we're expecting drier conditions on Christmas Eve with cloudy skies, and then Monday we'll just have that rain to deal with, likely rain showers. Also, did you know we've got a full moon going on? A cold moon is what this is called, and you can see that the 25th, 26th, and 27th. Peak illumination 7:33 in the evening on Tuesday, and the next full moon, I'm looking forward to that. That's the wolf moon. Ow! All right, 7-day outlook for Marquette. We've got temperatures rising. We could be close to 50 degrees on Christmas Eve.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We're talking to Ishpeming's mayor about some ongoing water issues residents have been dealing with. That conversation is 2 minutes.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
Sunday, January 7th, celebrating film and television, the home of the Golden Globes is now CBS.
I am so excited.
Can you believe that?
Don't miss Hollywood's biggest party.
This is such a great night.
Yes! Honoring the year's best.
Thank you for believing in us.
I'm not nearly this emotional at home.
And the Golden Globe goes to?
The Golden Globe Awards, live Sunday, January 7th on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all the action this week on WZMQ 19. This Sunday, Cleveland travels to Houston, and on Christmas Day, the Raiders take on the Chiefs. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19, home of the 2024 Super Bowl. You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Tonight on Insights, we're getting our monthly update on the happenings in the city of Ishpeming, including a special meeting last night about some water issues that residents have been dealing with. Joining us tonight is Ishpeming's Mayor Jason Chapman. Jason, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
So part of the findings of that special meeting was an investigation done by an Escanaba company into how all of these water problems happened. What were the results of those findings?
Well, the results were is that the city line is intact and that it could be the lateral lines going into vacant lots or people's houses. We haven't done, to my knowledge, any video going into those yet to know yet if that is 110% the problem. So I think there's a lot of investigation yet to go before we can safely say that it is the lateral lines that are causing it. I would imagine that some of them probably are, but until we do more investigating, and we did give, I think, till February to get more work done on that. So I think then we'll probably have a better idea of what is really going on. But I think this was a first step.
Sure. So for residents who have had this, water and sewage backup into the basements of their homes, what's kind of the next step for them going forward? Is there going to be another meeting? What's the next step for residents and for the city?
Well, I know that we'll be having a meeting. May even be at our February regular meeting, but I know that we're going to have to decide on how to move forward. But I think, those residents should also, voice some concerns and reach out to the city manager's office or reach out to one of the council members if they feel more comfortable talking to them.
Sure. I know that the city also was kind of waiting on approval of $36 million in state funding for infrastructure improvements. Is there any update on that?
Not as of yet. I mean, we are in the funding range of it, so I think we're just waiting for determinations on when we can start projects. But to my knowledge, we were in the funding range, and we're just kind of waiting now until we compare it with everything.
Sure. And you said that you've got a regular meeting coming up in February. Is there anything before that residents can maybe speak directly to councilors? Oh yeah, I mean they can speak at our January council meeting as well during public comment, and I always encourage people to attend or watch our council meetings on YouTube or on Charter Channel 189, and if they have questions or concerns, by all means come to one of the council meetings, or they can even show up to one of my coffee hours, and I have one tomorrow at the Senior Center at 1 o'clock. Alrighty, and there's also a couple of events that are coming up that we want to make sure we touch on. This one's really interesting, some suicide prevention workshops. What's going on with that? Yeah, so the Ishpeming Senior Center and Great Lakes Recovery Centers are going to be putting on some free workshops throughout the winter, and what's really nice is they had one already and it was well attended, and they did a great job with that too. So it's a way for them to teach people some new skills on how to cope or how to, recognize signs. And as always, if you are facing some issues, please call 988 because
they'll put you in touch with some people who can help you.
For sure. That's awesome that you guys are doing that. What are the dates and times? Is there any fee to attend those workshops?
To my knowledge, there isn't any fee. I don't know for sure, but they're going to be releasing more dates soon.
Well, Jason, thank you so much for sharing everything tonight.
Yep.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Still ahead tonight, making sure everyone has a Christmas to remember, how a caring house in Marquette is helping families and patients in the hospital celebrate the holidays. And later, a look back at 2023 around the world and some of the top headlines this year. But first, here's your Upers United volunteer opportunity of the day. Community Action Alger Marquette is looking for volunteers to help serve meals at the Lost Creek Apartments in Marquette. This is an ongoing need, weekdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Volunteers check food temperatures, help with paperwork, and socialize with the seniors during lunch. To sign up to be a volunteer for this or check out other volunteer opportunities, just head to upersunited.com.
We've got a lot of news coming up. Our Eye on America tonight looks at one airport that's reinventing lost and found, how they're using artificial intelligence to get forgotten items back to owners. That's tonight on this.
I never had a lot of family, but these days we're surrounded by family.
There's no problem so big that we can't talk it out.
Oh, great gasp, everyone. Bravo.
We came to tear it up.
You miss me?
You know, you wait and you wait and you wait, and then pow, it's here.
They're gonna love this.
Need to get from point A to point B quickly, efficiently, safely? The Marquette County Transit Authority is your ticket to ride. Friendly drivers operate clean, blue and white buses throughout Marquette County 365 days a year. Seniors 60 plus ride free every Wednesday. For information about routes and tickets, click on marktran.com. We keep you moving. Marquette Transit.
The bathroom of your dreams is only a phone call away with BCI Bath and Shower. We can make your ordinary bath and shower extraordinary. This is not a cookie-cutter design. This is a complete custom build that will fit your every need. We have the best monthly programs in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no payments, no interest for 18 months with approved credit. Factory-trained, certified installers made in the USA and discounts for seniors and military. Call 800-304-6841.
When finances and plans for retirement come together, it's a beautiful sight. Join our experts in shaping your tomorrow today.
This is Home. A Marquette home away from home is bringing Christmas to its residents. The Steve Mariucci Family Beacon House hosts patients and family members year-round who travel to the UP to receive medical care. As surgeries and treatments don't stop for the holidays, some of the patients that are staying there through Christmas and New Year. Beacon House staff will be hosting a Christmas Eve dinner and a Christmas Day buffet, and the CEO says it couldn't be done without an amazing team.
Never plan for an emergency, you don't plan for crisis, and that does happen in December too. I'm always so in awe and impressed with all my team who says, no, I'll work Christmas Day, or oh gosh, are you kidding, I'm there Christmas Eve. Absolutely, I'll come in and help with the meal.
CEO says December has always been one of the busiest months of the year, and offering a dinner is the least they could do. Another venture of the Beacon House is the GiftWell Gift Shop in the lobby of UP Health System Marquette. It serves as a space for those working in the hospital to get some shopping done and take a brief step away from the hospital environment. On top of that, the shop is offering discounts up until the end of December for any last-minute gifts. Shoppers can find anything from items decked in plaid to quality jewelry, even Christmas PJs and jackets.
A chance to get out and do Christmas shopping. So this big sale that's going on now till the end of December was designed to help these people to be able to get the things they need for their loved ones. Again, the idea is that we just try to make it magic for them. They come in and they just forget where they are.
The 20% discount runs until December 23rd, and all the proceeds go toward running the Beacon House. From America's deadliest wildfire in 100 years to arrests in a couple of high-profile cold cases to a life-and-death comeback on the football field, Bradley Blackburn looks back at the news that made national headlines this year.
Fast-moving flames devastated Maui in August, killing at least 97, making it America's deadliest wildfire in 100 years.
We've been pulling people out since last night.
Smoke from Canadian wildfires turned the skyline orange along the East Coast in June and impacted air quality as far as the Midwest. Extreme weather brought blizzard conditions and a tropical storm to Southern California, made the annual Burning Man Festival in the Nevada desert a muddy mess, and baked Phoenix, Arizona for 31 days, with highs 110 degrees or above.
Free, free Palestine!
The Israel-Hamas war led to protests across the country, with the FBI director warning of unprecedented terror threats amid the conflict.
The threat level has gone to a whole nother level since October 7th.
Tensions rose to a fever pitch on college campuses, and the president of the University of Pennsylvania resigned following her testimony at a House hearing on anti-Semitism. Protesters demanded justice for Tyree Nichols, who died after a violent encounter with Memphis police officers. Gun violence surged in 2023. The year started with 2 deadly mass shootings in California and a first grader who shot his teacher in Virginia.
A 6-year-old. It is unprecedented.
Michigan State University and UNLV both experienced deadly shootings on campus, while 3 9-year-olds were among those killed at a Nashville elementary school. Mass shootings took more lives at a bowling alley in Maine, a bank in Kentucky, and a Dollar General store in Florida. With border crossings at near record levels, Texas installed a floating barrier on the Rio Grande to keep migrants out. It faced legal challenges, while mayors of big cities demanded more federal help to deal with the massive influx of asylum seekers.
This is not sustainable.
The U.S. Coast Guard led the search for 5 people on board a submersible headed to the Titanic wreck. Their trip ended in tragedy. A series of summer shark sightings kept beachgoers on edge. New York police made an arrest in the string of unsolved killings on Long Island known as the Gilgo Beach murders. There was also an arrest in another high-profile cold case, the 1996 murder of hip-hop star Tupac Shakur.
I'm innocent.
And it took a jury less than 3 hours to convict disgraced South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh for the murders of his wife and son. A toxic train derailment near the Ohio-Pennsylvania border forced communities to evacuate. After suffering a cardiac arrest on the football field, Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin made a triumphant return in October, playing in his first NFL regular season game.
Astonishing pass!
The Man Time magazine calls the greatest living soccer player moved to the U.S., joining Inter Miami. Lionel Messi sold out games and helped the last place team win the League's Cup, its first major trophy.
A lot that happened this year. Our drizzle snow mix will continue for some spots tonight. Ariane has the details.
Tonight, as the weekend travel rush begins, there's dramatic flooding on the West Coast while the Midwest sees record highs for the holidays. And lost something at the airport? No problem. AI is on the case on the CBS Evening News.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know, we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, calling all Aquaman fans, we've got Jason Momoa. How many action figures do you have?
There's a lot, Jennifer.
Plus, one lucky fan gets all of my holiday giveaways. Then, wait till you hear the music this man makes.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
I'm Emilio Colon,
Come with me on a journey to discover the historic town squares of Ponce and Old San Juan, Puerto Rico. In the next episode of Music in Puerto Rico, we'll experience history come to life through the universal language of music. Let's explore the vibrant cultural and commercial heritage of these fascinating cities.
Bonanza, weekdays at 2 on MeTV 19.1.
Right now, our temperatures in that 30-degree range. We'll expect them to dip down a little bit. Newberry, Sault Ste. Marie, y'all are going to be a little bit chilly again tonight. Tomorrow, if you've got snow, it's likely going to melt as those temperatures are still warming up, 35 to 45 degrees. And then looking at 7-day for Escanaba, we've got 40-degree temperatures coming this weekend. Thank you very much, Ariane. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 11:10 Central.